Question 1. When approaching a crossroad without traffic signals, you should A. Increase speed to clear the crossroad quickly. B. Continue at the same speed and assume right-of-way. C. Slow down, look for oncoming traffic, and proceed when safe. Answer. C. Slow down, look for oncoming traffic, and proceed when safe. It's crucial to approach unsignalized crossroads with caution, ensuring the path is clear before proceeding. Question 2. If the traffic signal turns yellow as you approach an intersection, you should A. Speed up to beat the red light. B. Stop immediately, regardless of your position. C. Slow down and prepare to stop if safe to do so. Answer. C. Slow down and prepare to stop if safe to do so. A yellow light is a warning that the signal is about to change to red, so you should prepare to stop if it's safe. Question 3. The appropriate response to encountering a pedestrian crossing sign is to A. Maintain your speed but watch for pedestrians. B. Honk to alert pedestrians of your approach. C. Slow down and yield to pedestrians. Answer. C. Slow down and yield to pedestrians. Pedestrian crossing signs indicate areas where pedestrians may be crossing the road, requiring drivers to yield. Question 4. When driving on a road with a no shoulder sign, you should A. Drive closer to the center of the road. B. Be prepared for no emergency stopping areas. C. Ignore the sign if you are familiar with the road. Answer. B. Be prepared for no emergency stopping areas. A no shoulder sign indicates that there are no areas to pull off the road safely, requiring extra caution. Question 5. How should you respond to a wrong way sign while driving? A. Turn around when safe to do so. B. Continue driving but at a reduced speed. C. Look for signs indicating a correct direction and adjust. Answer. A. Turn around when safe to do so. A wrong way sign indicates you're going against traffic, necessitating a safe correction of your direction. Question 6. Actions required when you see a speed limit sign that lowers the speed limit ahead include A. Immediately slowing down to the new speed limit. B. Gradually reducing speed to meet the new limit by the time you reach it. C. Ignoring the sign if no other traffic is present. Answer. B. Gradually reducing speed to meet the new limit by the time you reach it. It's important to adjust your speed to comply with the new limit safely. Question 7. The correct response to a roadwork next 5 miles warning sign is to A. Increase speed to minimize time spent in the work zone. B. Maintain your current speed but watch for workers. C. Slow down, obey posted speed limits, and be prepared for lane changes or closures. Answer. C. Slow down, obey posted speed limits, and be prepared for lane changes or closures. Road work zones require extra caution and adherence to specific speed limits and directions. Question 8. To merge when driving on a lane marked with a lane ends merge left sign, you should A. Accelerate and merge into traffic as quickly as possible. B. Wait for an opening and merge safely into the adjacent lane. C. Stop until the lane is clear of traffic before merging. Answer. B. Wait for an opening and merge safely into the adjacent lane. It's important to merge smoothly and safely without causing disruption in traffic flow. Question 9. The correct action when a left turn yield on green signal is displayed is to A. Turn left immediately, disregarding oncoming traffic. B. Wait for a green arrow before turning left. C. Yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians, turning left when safe. Answer. C. Yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians, turning left when safe. This signal means you must wait for a safe gap in oncoming traffic and pedestrian crossings. Question 10. When encountering loose gravel on the road, possibly indicated by a loose gravel sign, the safest driving practice is to A. Maintain your normal speed to stabilize the vehicle. B. Slow down to reduce the risk of skidding. C. Accelerate quickly to pass the area with loose gravel. Answer. B. Slow down to reduce the risk of skidding. Loose gravel can significantly reduce traction, increasing the risk of losing control. Question 11. Upon approaching a trolley station indicated by a trolley station sign, you should A. Speed up to pass the trolley before it departs. B. Be alert for pedestrians and prepared to stop if necessary. C. Ignore the sign if you do not intend to use the trolley. Answer: B. Be alert for pedestrians and prepared to stop if necessary. Trolley stations often had high pedestrian activity, requiring extra caution. Question 12. A driver's reaction to encountering a no passing zone sign should be to A. Continue passing if no vehicles are coming from the opposite direction. B. Note the sign but make passing decisions based on current traffic. C. Not pass any vehicles until clear of the no passing zone. Answer: C. Not pass any vehicles until clear of the no passing zone. This sign indicates areas where passing is unsafe and prohibited. Question 13. When driving and you encounter a keep right sign, what should you do? A. Move to the right lane if it's safe to do so. B. Ignore the sign if the left lane is moving faster. C. Keep to the left to allow merging traffic to enter. Answer: A. Move to the right lane if it's safe to do so. This sign is used to direct traffic flow efficiently, especially around obstacles or divided highways. Question 14. If you come across a cross traffic ahead sign, how should you prepare to navigate the area? A. Increase your speed to minimize the time spent in the cross traffic area. B. Continue at the same speed but watch for vehicles. C. Slow down and be prepared to yield to crossing traffic. Answer: C. Slow down and be prepared to yield to crossing traffic. This sign warns of an upcoming intersection or area where traffic paths intersect, requiring extra caution. Question 15. What adjustments should you make to your driving upon seeing a truck rollover reduce speed sign? A. Ignore the sign unless you are driving a truck. B. Maintain your current speed but watch for trucks. C. Reduce your speed and be cautious of large trucks, especially on curves or exits. Answer: C. Reduce your speed and be cautious of large trucks, especially on curves or exits. The sign indicates a higher risk of truck rollovers. Question 16. How should you handle a situation where the ramp you intended to use is closed, as indicated by a ramp closed schedule sign? A. Continue to the closed ramp and wait for it to reopen. B. Look for detour signs or an alternative route to your destination. C. Reverse on the highway to reach an earlier exit. Answer: B. Look for detour signs or an alternative route to your destination. Always look for and follow detour signs to safely navigate around closures. Question 17. If you are driving and notice a pedestrian crossing ahead, as indicated by a sign, what should be your immediate action? A. Accelerate to pass the crossing before pedestrians step onto the roadway. B. Continue at the same speed but watch for pedestrians. C. Slow down and prepare to stop for pedestrians. Answer: C. Slow down and prepare to stop for pedestrians. Pedestrian crossings require drivers to yield to pedestrians and stop if necessary. Question 18. When you see a speed limit sign while driving, what legal obligations do you have regarding your speed? A. Adjust your speed to match the new speed limit as soon as possible. B. Maintain your current speed if no other vehicles are nearby. C. Only reduce speed if you notice law enforcement in the area. Answer: A. Adjust your speed to match the new speed limit as soon as possible. It's legally required to adhere to posted speed limits. Question 19. How should you react to a crossroad sign while navigating intersections? A. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. B. Continue without changing speed or direction. C. Approach with caution and be prepared to stop or yield as necessary. Answer: C. Approach with caution and be prepared to stop or yield as necessary. Crossroads can introduce unexpected traffic flows and hazards. Question 20. Upon encountering a no shoulder sign on a busy highway, what safety measures should you consider? A. Be aware that stopping on the roadside may not be safe due to lack of shoulder space. B. Use the shoulder for emergency stops regardless of the sign. C. Assume the sign only applies to larger vehicles. Answer. A. Be aware that stopping on the roadside may not be safe due to lack of shoulder space. It's important to plan stops and emergencies accordingly. Question 21. What is the legal BAC limit for commercial drivers in California? A. 0.4%. B. 0.8%. C. 0.2%. Answer. A. 0.4%. For commercial drivers in California, the legal blood alcohol concentration limit is lower than for regular drivers, set at 0.4%. Question 22. In a four-way stop, how should you proceed if you are the last vehicle to arrive? A. Proceed first since you have observed all other drivers' actions. B. Wait your turn after all other vehicles have gone. C. Honk to signal your intention to go next. Answer. B. Wait your turn after all other vehicles have gone. The rule at a four-way stop is to proceed in the order that vehicles arrive at the intersection. Question 23. In what situations is it legal to use a handheld mobile phone while driving in California? A. Making a call to anyone. B. When stopped at a red light. C. Emergency situations like calling 911. Answer. C. Emergency situations like calling 911. California law allows the use of handheld mobile phones while driving only for emergency calls to services like 911. Question 24. What should you do if you see a cell phone use prohibited sign in a specific area? A. Disregard the sign if you're using a hands-free device. B. Stop using your cell phone until you've passed the area. C. Only text, but do not make calls. Answer. B. Stop using your cell phone until you've passed the area. Such signs typically indicate zones where cell phone use could be particularly hazardous. Question 25. How should drivers react when an emergency vehicle is approaching on a one-way street? A. Continue driving at the same speed. B. Move to the nearest roadside and stop. C. Speed up to clear the area quickly. Answer. B. Move to the nearest roadside and stop. This action helps create a clear path for the emergency vehicle. Question 26. What are the consequences of refusing a blood alcohol content (BAC) test when pulled over for suspected DUI? A. A warning on the first refusal. B. Mandatory community service. C. Automatic license suspension and possible fines. Answer. C. Automatic license suspension and possible fines. Refusing a BAC test in California results in immediate penalties, including license suspension. Question 27. What are the rules for stopping for a school bus on a road without a median? A. Stop only if you are following the bus. B. Stop regardless of the direction you're traveling. C. No need to stop if the bus is on the opposite side. Answer. B. Stop regardless of the direction you're traveling. California law requires all directions of traffic to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights and an extended stop sign. Question 28. How should drivers approach a roundabout or traffic circle? A. Enter at high speed to maintain traffic flow. B. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout, then enter when safe. C. Stop completely before entering the roundabout. Answer. B. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout, then enter when safe. This ensures smooth and safe traffic flow within the roundabout. Question 29. What is the maximum speed limit in California school zones outside of school hours? A. The same as during school hours. B. As posted when children are present, otherwise the usual road speed limit. C. 25 miles per hour at all times. Answer. B. As posted when children are present, otherwise the usual road speed limit. Speed limits in school zones are enforceable during specific hours or when children are present. Question 30. Under what circumstances is it legal to cross a solid white line to enter or exit a highway? A. Never. It's always illegal. B. Only during heavy traffic. C. When entering or exiting driveways, alleys, or parking lots. Answer. C. When entering or exiting driveways, alleys, or parking lots. Solid white lines can be crossed for these specific maneuvers. Question 31. What are the steps for making a protected left turn at an intersection? A. Turn left immediately when the light turns green. B. Wait for a green arrow before turning left. C. Yield to oncoming traffic, then turn left. Answer. B. Wait for a green arrow before turning left. A protected left turn is indicated by a green arrow, allowing safe turns without oncoming traffic. Question 32. How far in advance should you signal before exiting a highway? A. At least 100 feet before the exit. B. At least 200 feet before the exit. C. At least 500 feet before the exit. Answer. C. At least 500 feet before the exit. This gives other drivers ample warning of your intention to exit. Question 33. What should you do if your vehicle starts to skid on ice? A. Brake hard and immediately. B. Steer in the direction of the skid to regain control. C. Accelerate to outpace the skid. Answer. B. Steer in the direction of the skid to regain control. This helps realign the vehicle's direction with the direction of the wheels. Question 34. What actions should you take if you are involved in a minor traffic collision with no injuries? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Move vehicles out of traffic if possible, then exchange information. C. Wait for police to report the accident. Answer. B. Move vehicles out of traffic if possible, then exchange information. This ensures safety and facilitates the flow of traffic. Question 35. When is it appropriate to use high beam headlights in urban areas? A. When there are no oncoming vehicles. B. Never. Use only in rural areas. C. At all times for better visibility. Answer. B. Never. Use only in rural areas. High beams can blind other drivers and are inappropriate in well-lit urban settings. Question 36. What actions should drivers take at a flashing red light in a four-way intersection? A. Proceed with caution without stopping. B. Stop, then proceed when safe and it's your turn. C. Treat it as a yield sign and slow down. Answer. B. Stop, then proceed when safe and it's your turn. A flashing red light functions as a stop sign. Question 37. How should drivers yield to pedestrians at an uncontrolled crosswalk? A. Slow down, but don't stop unless pedestrians step onto the road. B. Stop if pedestrians are on any part of the crosswalk. C. Pedestrians must yield to vehicles outside of controlled intersections. Answer. B. Stop if pedestrians are on any part of the crosswalk. Drivers must always yield to pedestrians at crosswalks. Question 38. What are the requirements for wearing seatbelts in the back seat in California? A. Required for children under 18 only. B. Mandatory for all passengers, regardless of age. C. Only necessary on long trips. Answer. B. Mandatory for all passengers, regardless of age. California law requires seat belts for all vehicle occupants. Question 39. How is the 2-second rule applied in wet or slippery conditions? A. Double the following distance to 4 seconds. B. Maintain a 2-second following distance. C. Reduce the following distance to 1 second. Answer. A. Double the following distance to 4 seconds. Wet or slippery conditions require increased following distances for safety. Question 40. When should you move over or slow down for a tow truck with flashing lights on the road? A. Only if the tow truck is in your lane. B. Whenever passing any stationary vehicle with flashing lights. C. It's not required by law to move over for tow trucks. Answer. B. whenever passing any stationary vehicle with flashing lights. This law applies to all emergency and service vehicles to ensure safety. Question 41. What is indicated by a diamond-shaped lane with a bicycle symbol, and who can use it? A. Only bicycles are allowed. B. Only vehicles and bicycles are allowed. C. Only buses and bicycles are allowed. Answer: B. Only vehicles and bicycles are allowed. This marking indicates a shared lane for both vehicles and bicycles, promoting coexistence on the road. Question 42. What is the correct way to park on a hill with no curb? A. Turn your wheels away from the road. B. Keep your wheels straight. C. Turn your wheels towards the road. Answer: A. Turn your wheels away from the road. This ensures that if your car rolls, it will roll away from traffic, minimizing potential accidents. Question 43. What is the protocol when you encounter a funeral procession in a busy urban area? A. Overtake the procession as quickly as possible. B. Follow closely behind the procession to avoid breaking it up. C. Yield and do not interrupt or join the procession. Answer: C. Yield and do not interrupt or join the procession. Respect for funeral processions is customary, and disrupting them can be considered disrespectful and potentially dangerous. Question 44. How should you pass a vehicle on the right safely? A. When the vehicle is making a left turn and there's room to pass. B. On highways only, regardless of the circumstances. C. Whenever the right lane is moving faster. Answer: A. When the vehicle is making a left turn and there's room to pass. This is one of the few situations where passing on the right is legally permitted and safe. Question 45. How should you respond if your accelerator becomes stuck while driving? A. Continue to press the accelerator until it releases. B. Turn off the engine immediately. C. Shift to neutral and brake gently. Answer: C. Shift to neutral and brake gently. This action helps to decouple the engine's power from the wheels while maintaining control. Question 46. What is the minimum distance you must maintain when following a fire truck responding to an emergency? A. 300 feet. B. 500 feet. C. 1,000 feet. Answer: B. 500 feet. Maintaining a safe distance allows emergency vehicles to operate freely and ensures your safety and that of other road users. Question 47. When is it mandatory to stop before crossing railroad tracks? A. Only when a train is visible. B. At all times to check for oncoming trains. C. When there are flashing lights, a lowered gate, or a stop sign. Answer: C. When there are flashing lights, a lowered gate, or a stop sign. These signals indicate that a train is approaching and crossing is unsafe. Question 48. What are the legal requirements for child passenger safety seats in California? A. Children under 8 years old must be secured in a car seat or booster seat in the back seat. B. Children under 5 years old must be secured in a car seat or booster seat. C. Children under 10 years old must use a booster seat. Answer: A. Children under 8 years old must be secured in a car seat or booster seat in the back seat. California law prioritizes the safety of young passengers with specific requirements based on age and size. Question 49. How do you determine a safe speed for driving in adverse weather conditions? A. Follow the speed limit regardless of weather conditions. B. Adjust your speed to match the conditions, even if it means going below the speed limit. C. Increase speed to minimize time spent in bad weather. Answer: B. Adjust your speed to match the conditions, even if it means going below the speed limit. Safety should always be the priority, and adjusting speed accordingly is crucial in adverse conditions. Question 50. What is the law regarding making a left turn on a red light in California? A. It is allowed from a one-way street onto another one-way street. B. It is always prohibited. C. It is allowed after stopping fully and yielding to oncoming traffic. Answer: A. It is allowed from a one-way street onto another one-way street. This is an exception to the general rule against red light turns. Question 51. In what situations are you required to yield the right-of-way to pedestrians? A. Only at marked crosswalks. B. At all crosswalks, marked or unmarked, and at any intersection. C. When pedestrians are carrying a visible signal. Answer B. At all crosswalks, marked or unmarked, and at any intersection. Pedestrians have the right-of-way at these locations, ensuring their safety. Question 52. What should a driver do upon encountering a flashing yellow traffic light? A. Stop and wait for the light to turn green. B. Proceed with caution, checking for cross traffic and pedestrians. C. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. Answer B. Proceed with caution, checking for cross traffic and pedestrians. A flashing yellow light signals the driver to be alert and cautious, but does not require a stop. Question 53. What is the correct procedure for merging onto a freeway in California? A. Stop at the end of the ramp and wait for a large gap in traffic. B. Merge at the speed of traffic, using the acceleration lane to adjust your speed. C. Merge immediately onto the freeway from the ramp at any speed. Answer B. Merge at the speed of traffic, using the acceleration lane to adjust your speed. This ensures a smooth and safe entry into freeway traffic. Question 54. How should a driver react to an uncontrolled intersection in a residential area? A. The driver should speed through to clear the intersection quickly. B. The driver should yield to the vehicle on the right. C. The driver should always stop and then proceed when safe. Answer B. The driver should yield to the vehicle on the right. This rule helps manage right-of-way in the absence of traffic control devices. Question 55. What are the rules for making U-turns in business districts in California? A. U-turns are always prohibited in business districts. B. U-turns are permitted at intersections where there's a U-turn permitted sign. C. U-turns are only allowed in residential districts. Answer B. U-turns are permitted at intersections where there's a U-turn permitted sign. Local regulations may further restrict U-turns, so always look for signage. Question 56. How should you adjust your driving in a construction zone? A. Maintain your usual speed to keep traffic flowing. B. Slow down, obey posted signs, and be prepared for unexpected conditions. C. Use the left lane to bypass construction traffic. Answer B. Slow down, obey posted signs, and be prepared for unexpected conditions. Construction zones require extra caution for the safety of workers and drivers. Question 57. What steps should you take if your vehicle's brakes fail? A. Pump the brake pedal rapidly. B. Immediately pull the emergency brake. C. Continue driving until the vehicle stops on its own. Answer A. Pump the brake pedal rapidly. This may build up enough hydraulic pressure to stop the car. If ineffective, use the emergency brake with caution. Question 58. How do you handle a situation where a police officer is directing traffic at a signalized intersection? A. Follow the traffic signals, ignoring the officer's directions. B. Follow the police officer's directions, regardless of the traffic signals. C. Wait for the officer to signal you directly before proceeding. Answer B. Follow the police officer's directions, regardless of the traffic signals. Officers override signal indications for traffic management or emergency situations. Question 59. What is the legal limit for window tinting on the front side windows of a vehicle in California? A. No tinting is allowed on the front windows. B. Tinting must allow more than 70% of light in. C. Any level of tinting is allowed as long as the driver can see out. Answer B. Tinting must allow more than 70% of light in. This regulation ensures that drivers have sufficient visibility while driving. Question 60. When can you legally make a left turn at a red light from a one-way street onto another one-way street? A. Never. Left turns on red are always illegal. B. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. C. Only during daylight hours. Answer B. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. This maneuver is allowed under specific conditions to facilitate traffic flow. Question 61. What are the rules for parking next to a curb of a different color, such as red, white, or blue? A. Red means no stopping, standing, or parking. White is for loading brief stops. Blue is accessible parking. B. Red allows limited time parking. White is only for government vehicles. Blue means open parking. C. Red is for emergency vehicles only. White allows unlimited parking. Blue is for commercial vehicles. Answer A. Red means no stopping, standing, or parking. White is for loading brief stops. Blue is accessible parking. These colors are used to indicate parking rules in specific areas for safety and accessibility. Question 62. How should a driver react to a solid green arrow signal at an intersection? A. Proceed with caution in the direction of the arrow after yielding to pedestrians. B. Stop and wait for the arrow to turn green. C. The green arrow only applies to pedestrians, not vehicles. Answer A. Proceed with caution in the direction of the arrow after yielding to pedestrians. A solid green arrow indicates that you have the right of way in the direction the arrow points, but you should still proceed cautiously. Question 63. What are the specific rules for driving in a shared lane marked for bicycles and vehicles? A. Vehicles must always yield to bicycles in shared lanes. B. Bicycles should use the sidewalk to leave the shared lane for vehicles. C. Both bicycles and vehicles can use the lane, but they must share it responsibly and safely. Answer C. Both bicycles and vehicles can use the lane, but they must share it responsibly and safely. Shared lanes are designed to accommodate both types of users, emphasizing coexistence and safety. Question 64. What action should you take when approaching a T intersection without signage or signals? A. Yield to all traffic on the through road. B. The vehicle on the left has the right of way. C. Proceed through the intersection with caution without stopping. Answer A. Yield to all traffic on the through road. At a T intersection without signs or signals, drivers on the terminating street should yield to vehicles on the through street. Question 65. Under what conditions is it legal to drive in the center left turn lane? A. For passing slower vehicles when the main lanes are congested. B. For up to 200 feet when preparing to make or completing a left turn. C. It is never legal to drive in the center left turn lane. Answer B. For up to 200 feet when preparing to make or completing a left turn. This lane is specifically designated for drivers making left turns and can be used for entering or exiting left turns. Question 66. How should drivers behave in a shared space or traffic calming area with pedestrians and cyclists? A. Drivers have the right of way and should maintain their speed. B. Drive aggressively to assert right of way. C. Reduce speed and be prepared to yield to pedestrians and cyclists. Answer C. Reduce speed and be prepared to yield to pedestrians and cyclists. Shared spaces are designed to enhance safety for all users by encouraging slow speeds and heightened awareness. Question 67. What are the rules regarding the use of hazard lights while driving? A. Use them only when parked to indicate a temporary hazard. B. Use them while driving in heavy rain or fog for visibility. C. Use them to signal when changing lanes in heavy traffic. Answer A. Use them only when parked to indicate a temporary hazard. Using hazard lights while moving can confuse other drivers and is typically prohibited except in specific circumstances. Question 68. How do anti-lock brakes, ABS, function differently in an emergency braking situation? A. ABS allows the wheels to lock up to stop the vehicle faster. B. ABS prevents the wheels from locking up, maintaining steering control. C. A BES automatically steers the vehicle away from obstacles. Answer B. A BES prevents the wheels from locking up, maintaining steering control. This system helps drivers maintain control during sudden stops by modulating brake pressure. Question 69. What is the legal definition of reckless driving in California? A. Driving over the speed limit by any amount. B. Operating a vehicle in a manner that shows disregard for the safety of persons or property. C. Making more than 3 lane changes in a minute. Answer B. Operating a vehicle in a manner that shows disregard for the safety of persons or property. Reckless driving involves actions that are dangerously indifferent to the rules of the road and safety. Question 70. When is it permissible to drive onto or across a sidewalk? A. When making a turn into a driveway or parking lot. B. To bypass traffic at an intersection. C. It is never permissible to drive onto or across a sidewalk. Answer A. When making a turn into a driveway or parking lot. This is the only situation where crossing a sidewalk with a vehicle is allowed, and it should be done cautiously. Question 71. How should drivers handle a situation where a traffic light is flashing red in all directions? A. Treat the intersection as if it has stop signs in all directions. B. The first vehicle to arrive has the right of way. C. Proceed through the intersection without stopping if the way is clear. Answer A. Treat the intersection as if it has stop signs in all directions. A flashing red light at an intersection acts as a stop sign, requiring all approaching drivers to stop and proceed when safe. Question 72. What is required of drivers when a transit bus signals to re-enter traffic from a bus stop? A. Drivers should speed up to pass the bus before it merges. B. Drivers are not required to yield to buses. C. Yield to the bus as it merges back into traffic. Answer C. Yield to the bus as it merges back into traffic. Many areas have laws requiring drivers to allow buses to re-enter traffic safely to ensure the flow of public transit. Question 73. How do fog lights differ from regular headlights, and when should they be used? A. Fog lights are brighter than regular headlights and should be used in all-night driving conditions. B. Fog lights are used to improve visibility during clear conditions. C. Fog lights are designed to cut through fog and should be used in foggy or misty conditions to improve visibility. Answer C. Fog lights are designed to cut through fog and should be used in foggy or misty conditions to improve visibility. Their lower angle helps illuminate the road without reflecting light off the fog. Question 74. What is the rule for passing a school bus on a divided highway? A. Always stop, regardless of the direction of travel. B. Stop if you are on the same side as the bus. If on the opposite side with a median, you do not need to stop. C. You can pass the bus at a slow speed as long as the red lights are not flashing. Answer B. Stop if you are on the same side as the bus. If on the opposite side with a median, you do not need to stop. This rule is for the safety of children boarding and departing the bus. Question 75. How should a driver handle encountering wildlife on the road? A. Speed up to scare the animals away. B. Honk continuously until the animals move. C. Slow down or stop if necessary to avoid hitting the animal. Answer C. Slow down or stop if necessary to avoid hitting the animal. This is the safest course of action to prevent accidents and harm to wildlife. Question 76. What is the correct action when faced with a slower traffic keep right sign on a multi-lane highway? A. Keep to the left lane regardless of your speed. B. Move to the right lane if you are driving slower than other traffic. C. This sign only applies to commercial vehicles. Answer B. Move to the right lane if you are driving slower than other traffic. This helps maintain traffic flow and reduces congestion by keeping slower moving vehicles out of the left, passing lane. Question 77. What precautions should be taken when driving near a large vehicle, like a truck or bus? A. Stay close to the large vehicle to reduce wind resistance. B. Maintain a safe distance and be cautious of the large vehicle's blind spots. C. Overtake large vehicles quickly without signaling. Answer. B. Maintain a safe distance and be cautious of the large vehicle's blind spots. This increases safety for all road users by reducing the risk of collisions. Question 78. What are the specific rules for parking near a railroad crossing? A. Parking is allowed as long as the vehicle is visible from 100 feet in both directions. B. Parking is prohibited within 50 feet of the nearest rail of a railroad crossing. C. You can park next to a crossing if you remain in the vehicle. Answer. B. Parking is prohibited within 50 feet of the nearest rail of a railroad crossing. This rule ensures that parked vehicles do not obstruct the view of approaching trains or endanger crossing traffic. Question 79. When is it necessary to use your vehicle's horn in urban areas? A. To express frustration at slow drivers. B. To alert other drivers or pedestrians of your presence when necessary for safety. C. As a greeting to friends you see on the street. Answer. B. To alert other drivers or pedestrians of your presence when necessary for safety. The horn is a tool for preventing accidents, not for expressing annoyance or greetings. Question 80. How does the right on red rule apply in California, and what are its limitations? A. Right on red is allowed after a complete stop and if no sign prohibits it. B. Right on red is never allowed. C. Right on red is allowed without stopping if the way is clear. Answer. A. Right on red is allowed after a complete stop and if no sign prohibits it. This rule allows drivers to turn right at a red light, provided they first stop completely and yield to all other traffic and pedestrians. Question 81. What is the protocol for a driver involved in a hit-and-run incident? A. Leave the scene immediately to avoid confrontation. B. Stop immediately, provide assistance, and report the incident to the police. C. Wait for witnesses to leave before departing the scene. Answer. B. Stop immediately, provide assistance, and report the incident to the police. Involvement in a hit-and-run incident requires the driver to stop, render aid if necessary, and report the incident to ensure all legal obligations are met. Question 82. How should a driver adjust their driving in response to a bicycle sign? A. Increase speed to pass cyclists quickly. B. Share the road and give cyclists the appropriate right-of-way. C. Ignore the sign if no cyclists are visible. Answer. B. Share the road and give cyclists the appropriate right-of-way. A bicycle sign indicates areas frequently used by cyclists, reminding drivers to share the road and watch for bicycle traffic. Question 83. What is the correct procedure for a driver who wishes to dispute a traffic ticket in California? A. Accept the ticket and pay the fine without dispute. B. Contact the ticketing officer directly to negotiate. C. Request a court appearance to contest the ticket. Answer. C. Request a court appearance to contest the ticket. If a driver believes a traffic ticket was issued in error, they have the right to contest it in court. Question 84. When should a driver consider using lower gears in their vehicle? A. Only when the vehicle is carrying a heavy load. B. When descending steep hills to help control speed. C. When driving on a flat highway to save fuel. Answer. B. When descending steep hills to help control speed. Using lower gears can help control the vehicle's speed without relying solely on the brakes, reducing the risk of brake failure. Question 85. What steps should be taken if a tire blows out while driving? A. Immediately apply the brakes and stop in the travel lane. B. Maintain control, gradually slow down, and steer to a safe location off the road. C. Accelerate to maintain control before stopping. Answer. B. Maintain control, gradually slow down, and steer to a safe location off the road. In the event of a tire blowout, it's important to stay calm, maintain control of the vehicle, and safely move to the roadside. Question 86. What are the responsibilities of a driver when sharing the road with a streetcar or light rail vehicle? A. Always pass the streetcar or light rail vehicle if it stops. B. Yield the right-of-way to the streetcar or light rail vehicle. C. Follow directly behind the streetcar or light rail vehicle at a close distance. Answer. B. Yield the right-of-way to the streetcar or light rail vehicle. Drivers should be cautious and yield the right-of-way to streetcars or light rail vehicles, especially when they are crossing or sharing the roadway. Question 87. What should you do if you are being followed closely by an emergency vehicle with flashing lights? A. Continue driving at the same speed to maintain traffic flow. B. Speed up to get out of the emergency vehicle's way. C. Safely pull over to the side of the road and stop. Answer. C. Safely pull over to the side of the road and stop. When being followed by an emergency vehicle with flashing lights and sirens, you should safely pull over to allow it to pass. Question 88. How should you adjust your driving in response to a winding road sign? A. Increase your speed to navigate the curves more quickly. B. Maintain your current speed and use the cruise control for consistency. C. Slow down and prepare for potential changes in direction. Answer. C. Slow down and prepare for potential changes in direction. A winding road sign indicates curves ahead, and slowing down is essential for safe navigation. Question 89. How should you react to a watch for ice on bridge sign? A. Ignore the sign if the weather appears clear. B. Maintain your current speed, as modern vehicles handle well on ice. C. Reduce speed and proceed with caution, especially in cold weather. Answer. C. Reduce speed and proceed with caution, especially in cold weather. Bridges can freeze before roadways, making them slippery and dangerous. Question 90. What is the correct procedure for using a left turn lane in the middle of the road? A. Use the lane for accelerating before merging with traffic. B. Use it as a resting spot if you're unsure about directions. C. Enter the lane just before your turn and yield to oncoming traffic. Answer. C. Enter the lane just before your turn and yield to oncoming traffic. The center left turn lane is designed for preparing to make a left turn off the main roadway, not for acceleration or as a stopping point.